Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, Tom Brady. A special half of football. Fired up for this one. Lots of great plays, great throws, great schemes, good offensive architecture. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. All right, Tom Brady. What a first half. My goodness, the first one right out the gate. Little double go up top. Corner falls down. This one specifically, just a really nice job by Brady being able to find him. I think he's working the right side of the field first, or the bottom side of the field, but somehow he's able to see it or hear him with no fans. But great job picking it up. You can see him working right here, right to left, 1, 2, 3, no, all the way across. Pretty rare read, dinosaur unicorn-ish, but great job making it happen. It was really one of those games, one of those first halves, really. We get a little what eventually turns into middle field closed, zone match, rip Liz, probably fall down, tough, but great vision. And again, it was so special in the first half, throwing for almost 350, 22 completions, 4 touchdowns. But the tempo of everything he did in the pocket. Now, I get who they were playing against. I get the pressure or lack thereof. But it was so nice on a number of deep down the field throws. Right here, touchdown to Gronk, bottom of the screen. I love this concept. They come back, hit the in on the backside later. But this is just a great, more than anything else, outstanding throw and catch by a hookup. Been doing it for a long time. There's a lot of pissed off DBs in this first half. But again, they're starting to come together how they construct some of these plays. But his timing, the way that he's able to get the ball off, the accuracy down the field in this system, really fun to watch. Again, just this little short motion right here. Again, not that it really distorts anything on this specific play, but they're doing a better job of being able to work to Brady's strengths, being able to identify stuff pre-snap. Here's that go, fade, inside fade, whatever you want to call it. Then we just get an out. We're working like an over, and then we've got it in on the backside. And this is just a right to left read. And the thing about it is, okay, just right to left. Well, you don't really see in Brady's past, there's many things that he does great, but for whatever reason, while in New England, you didn't see a whole lot of full field reads. Well, he's already manufactured one, the first one we showed on the video. Then this one turns into a full field read later, but it's just a different offensive architecture, different structure. But you can see that over right there from Evans coming across. If he were to not like the go, but this is more than anything else. That's just a strike. That's not bad coverage. That's a big old tight end. That's a big DB too. Right there. Really nice. A bunch of great throws like that into the red area, tight windows. This is a big post over the top to Goodwin, and I'm not going to lie and tell you I know exactly what this coverage is. I think this is a variation of Tampa 2 with just the corners playing half field from what I'm going to say is too wide. But again, this is a great job getting to this. Now, I love their extra offensive lineman they had going this game. I don't watch enough Tampa Bay to know if they do this every single week, but causes some stress on the defense. You can tell right here, just check the DBs on the back end here. Looks like 29's pointing like, hey, where's my man over here? Like, you got to get over there, buddy. But exactly what's going on here, essentially, this is 12 heavy personnel, and what I mean by that is there's just an extra offensive lineman in. He comes in, and in the league you have to report as eligible, and then we're going to just come down here, a little hookup, and then we're going to take the middle of the field. Now, a post right here looks like it should not be there, right? Like, this guy is middle of the field closed, pretty easy to see. Well, what ends up happening here is that he just hangs here. Like, he's almost like the Tampa 2 deep middle player, and he comes over the top, and he's coming over the top. They're almost playing half field from the outside in. And maybe I've just never seen it before. Maybe it's really popular, and I just don't watch that much Detroit Lions. But this looks like there's some holes in the middle of the field. Again, like, that's not a technique I'm familiar with for a deep middle field player. But that's a great job attacking that coverage. My goodness. Talk about the perfect call. And it looks like they're confused. But again, that extra offensive lineman, you can see how it widens the edge to the left. Great job by Brady being able to catch confirm it post-snap, and let it go. That's a beautiful play design. Great job taking advantage of that specific look. My goodness. Then love this formation. They motion out of it here, but putting those three guys on the same side right there, pretty special. Able to come down here. Mike Evans, touchdown, inside fade. And really this is just 4 verticals, right? More than anything else. I know Goodwin comes up top and runs that speed out that they love from a condensed split or really a double move. But this is 4 vertical spacing. It's a great throw. Another one from Brady from the inside seam. Again, get someone traveling with them. Good chance at some variation of middle field closed man. If I had to guess up there, it'd be Ripley's match. But this is just a strike. And again, the thing that Brady's got going for him is he just knows where all the bones are buried on these plays. And they might add a little wrinkle, like Goodwin running a double move up top. But this is just middle field closed. Man coverage. He's seen a billion times. And we're just running a seam. But it's really 4 verticals, right? That's 4 vertical spacing. Then up top we get a little out and go. All right, but that's 4 vertical spacing. So you just got to hold this player, pick the matchup you want, and throw the ball that is going to give our guy a chance to win down the field. And this is a strike. Again, he's throwing people open in the red area, in the end zone. Boom. Love catching scores. Really nice. Trying to complain for a push off there. Never going to happen. Again, you can see Gronk here on the release, just holding that middle field player. 1, 2, 3. You can see his eyes, just that subtle eyes to the left. Right there. He knows exactly where he's going. Really nice. Again, getting a little bit of a push in his face. Boom. Someone right in his lap. That's a strike. My goodness. Really nice. This next one is a great offensive architecture. Again, something that he's very familiar with. To me, this is a variation of Haas Y juke, working the seam up top. Now, you don't see a whole lot of seams thrown for 9 yards. Or whatever this is. Obviously not a down the field completion by any means, but this is a play that he's very comfortable with. This is the old one that they ran 3 times in a row at the end of the Super Bowl. Again, great job. You could see he probably could have taken the juke over the ball as well, but if he likes that matchup and how they construct it by bringing the back out, see nobody runs with the back, just these little shifts that he's used to working his whole life, whole professional life. They kick it over, trying to show closed. It's open zone. And then what do we got? Haas Y juke. We're just having someone sit over the ball. This is that variation of the juke. If it's zone, you just come up here and sit. And we're going to get seams. Cross that safety's face. Cross that safety's face. And we usually get hitches outside. They might convert depending on how you run this play. But it's usually take a shot here. Take a shot here if you don't like it. Down to this. Can work these as kind of alerts, or if they just give you free access, hitch outside, but we're not calling it for the hitch usually, calling it to work the seam down to that juke. You can see he does a great job getting Mike Evans against essentially a linebacker on a seam. We'll take that every day. Again, one more time, just if you were to work the seam down here at the bottom of the screen, right there it is. So again, you can see how both of them kind of come open. Mike Evans does a nice job avoiding getting back into that seam area. Probably not Brady's best ball of the day, but just put it on here to show how this offense is starting to come together with things that Brady has a lot of familiarity, a lot of years running. He's just waiting. Nice. Next one here, probably my favorite play of the first half from Brady, and this is going to seem silly because it's a check down, but this is how you play 4 verticals. They're obviously an aggressive, down the field offense. More so than Tom's probably ever been around. But this is really how you play 4 verticals, and what I mean by that is the tempo of it. Calling it to take a shot, to rip a seam, to score a touchdown. He's already thrown a go and an inside fade for a touchdown. So you come back and work a variation of 4 verticals at a 3x1. So what does that do, especially versus middle field open zone? So we're going to get middle field open, cover 2, red 2, whatever you want to call it, Tampa 2 down here. This is usually a best release go. This is usually that special route across. This is that seam. And we've got a best release go up top as well. And really you just pick which safety you want to work. Trying to put a 2-on-1 on one of these safeties. If you don't like it, the ball goes immediately down to the back. And that's really the part here that's amazing. I used to think of this as basically a glorified screen. So if it's not there, You can take a shuffle, you can take 3, 1 shuffle. If it's not there at the top of it, you know you're not going to rip a seam, it's down to the back. And it almost looks like an option, but it's that quick of the tempo of it because you want to take a shot, but really we want to get a completion. And this is it right here. So let's just work through it. If we were to work the bottom of the screen with that half field player, Mike Evans gets jammed at the line. They do a nice job. Shoot, the mic is over the top of Gronk or the number 3. It's not there down here. Maybe up top, if you were to work up top, that safety is playing tight to the middle of the field. You could rip that outside vertical. Maybe back pylon for a touchdown. But again, look at the timing of Brady here. Shuffle, 1, down to the back. That's why it's here. That's the learning point here with playing 4 verticals versus some type of zone, especially in the red area. Don't force it. Rip it if it's there. Take your matchup if you like it. But if it's blurry, if it's muddy, check it down at this tempo. I mean, you don't see a whole lot of checkdowns on this channel, but this might be one of my favorite in a long time. And it's just dealing. And when you're dealing and you're in a flow, that's the timing. Just beautiful execution. Outstanding. If you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, let you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I appreciate the support for the channel. We are nudging towards 100,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for being part of that movement. I appreciate it. Looking forward to putting out some special 100K content. So let's get there. Thank you again. Keep this video going. Next one here, one of my favorite throws of the day. Ripping that in. Again, we talked about the read right to left all the way across the field. Something special about throwing an in on the backside, right down the hash, right down the tracks. It's a great shot of it right here. We'll really talk about this combination just because I love the offensive architecture of this play, but the throw, boom, strike. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. And this is one of those things you just didn't see Brady do a lot in New England. Now, first of all, love the fact that they're in essentially 13 personnel here to start. Wide, super wide edge, motion across. We're going to get a go up top. And this is the same, to me, basically the same play out of a different formation that they threw the touchdown to Gronk on earlier in the game. Go, 1, out, or option 2. We're going to get the over, 3, and then we're going to get this in, 4. Now, just that in and of itself, that's kind of the read per se. But the other part that's really important for this play is the check down. And this is really where the league takes it to another level, in my opinion, tethering these checkdowns to concepts. So just paying attention to this side now, we say no to the front side. We're working this back side with this in. They could still technically drop underneath this. But what would help is when you bring this back out, because you could really have the back run anything, right? You could have the back run swing. You could have the back come across, run flat. Right here, we're going to have him come out, engage like this, and come out. Now, why is that important? Well, because when we get all the way back to this in, if this player, it basically becomes a high-low here. So when this linebacker type settles his feet at all to come up and play this check down, now the window opens wider so you can take the tracks on the in. So first, let's just go through all the way through the read. Up top, we're reading the top of the screen first. 1, 2, 3, don't like it. Versus Cloud, don't really like throwing outs. Now, probably didn't know that he was going to run with the number 1 right there. Probably have a shot to the number 2 up top. But in a normal world, you're not going to throw that out into a Cloud corner. No to the over. Gronk's taking too long. Yes to the in. Check the footwork. Check the base. No heel click at all. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Now come back and check out what that check down does to that curl defender. Right there. See that linebacker flatten his feet right there on the 23 between the numbers and the hash? That's the window. It's just a high-low. It's that simple. He goes to pull the trigger. You can see the anticipation of this throw. This is a really nice play. Here's that curl defender. Here comes that check down right here, and that in wrapping right behind it. So he makes this decision to throw right down the stripes before he gets into that window. This is that anticipation element of it. But again, it's the check down tethered to the concept, not accidents. These are well-constructed offensive plays. Boom. And that's a strike. That's on the body on the break. Check the ball location here right on the body. But again, watch 25 be manipulated with this check down. See him settle his feet right there. Comes out. settle his feet, and then we wrap it around his ear. Again, Brady, great job getting full field read. And that's a strike. Really nice. Outstanding. Next one here is just a massive comeback to the bottom of the field, 20 plus yards. He actually gets a little Aaron Rodgers kind of kick to the left that the gurus like to talk about. It happens here almost naturally for Tom. He gets a little pressure from his right side. You can see him from the backside here. Watch him kick his momentum to the left. It's not almost. He sees him. You can see his eyes there. He's looking at 27 blitz, kicks away, and then rips a 20-plus yard little comeback hinge thing to Evans. You're going to give him one-on-one. It's fun to see this relationship evolve into a little bit better of a place performance-wise. But again, when he lets this thing go, he's at the back, kicks to the left. He lets it go right there. He taps. He's at his horizontal L right there. Again, Mike Evans is at the 47. Gets all the way to the 43, and there it is. Now, I have no idea what the depth of this thing is supposed to be, but that's a long throw. Anything 20-plus yards is making me nervous as far as the timing of it. And this is one of those things, depending on what offense you're in, these wide receivers, check this stem that he's got down here. He runs that thing really off of a go stem. It's not a straight stem. It's not like on a whiteboard. He's running a go, hit the brakes, fly right by you. Love it. Big time completion, big time rip. But unique here with the footwork, the little kick to the left. Again, the anticipation, the big throw down the field. Boom. Lots to like. I mean, this is all the same half, which is crazy. Surreal. Could have put every completion on here. This is a touchdown. Goodwin coming across the field. Nice offensive architecture. This is a great catch. It's almost impossible to cover someone like this, running across the field like this in this area. You know you're going to get man coverage. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with Mike Evans here, trying to get him the ball first, if at all. But that's a beautiful catch. Just the offensive architecture here is what I really like. You get a little short motion. This is going to look like how we've been running it all day. Motion, motion, motion. We're going to come down here and give that look like we're going to block off the edge. But really, we're coming across here, and then we're running all the way to the front pylon. Well, that's really tough versus any type of man match. So you're going to try to pass this off. In here, I think 21 tries to take him and run with him. It would be hard for anybody to run across, let alone try to pass it off. And again, this is just them knowing how to take advantage of the principles of this type of defense. Patricia boned defense here. You can see the pass off. It's just really hard up top. Nothing easy about that. But again, nice patience, nice strike across the field, kind of a unique angle. But this is more a better catch than anything else. Pretty scary with that perimeter if they start making plays like this consistently. Love seeing them celebrate with each other. And this is one of those plays you just don't see Tom Brady make very often. This is a 4th and 4. Outside the pocket, on the run, using his vision outside the pocket. Now, there's a defensive holding or pass interference on this, so it wouldn't have mattered regardless. But I can't remember the last time I saw Tom Brady do this. And don't get it twisted. I don't watch every single Tampa Bay Bucks rep of offense, but I don't remember him ever getting outside the pocket looking like that, doing his version of all the playmakers right now across the league. But this is a big down, 4th and 4, end of the first half, not there. He's got enough little wiggle to get outside, keep his eyes down the field. You can see him kind of get his shoulders turned, get downhill towards the line of scrimmage right there, touches the 50, gets that thing off around the 47 or the 48. And that's a strike outside the pocket. That's really nice. And AB still's got some twitch, man. My goodness, that guy got some quickness. But again, you can see, how about the center right there? Look at the vision from the center. It doesn't get there, but he sees it. Again, having a hard time passing off the TE. Brady, get outside the pocket and make a play. I love it. I mean, it's really, that would be ridiculous if that becomes his normal operating procedure. Right here, seen this play so many times from a Brady, Peyton Manning offense, this long trap, kind of pop pass to the tight end. Really, it's just 4 verticals with a long trap play action. I want to say that there's a video of he and Belichick talking about where they got this pass protection from. I think it was from the NFL's top 100 players. If you know what I'm talking about, put the link in the description to the video. I appreciate it. I'll go back and look too. But this is just long trap. You can see the action here. Get a double team on the 3 technique, coming across, trap the defensive end. This works great in these types of situations. You know you're not going to get pressure because the Pass Pro definitely has some holes in it. But this is just 4 verticals. And this is middle field open. Cover 2. And I mean, that's just way too much space. You can see the tight end. Even the seams potentially coming open there right before half. More than anything else, it's this action really draws up the linebackers. You get a pulling guard, you get that double team, you get low hats right at the line of scrimmage. We'll talk about specifically the Pass Pro here. But pause it when they get set. They usually allow him to check it to make sure that it's the protection that he wants versus the pressure or non-pressure. But right here, this is the essence of this thing, is we're going to come across long trap this defensive end right here. We're going to get this double team right here. We're coming back on the 1, and then we're just right here. So again, really nice. And watch what this action does right here to these backers. It sucks them down, and we're able to, usually it's Gronk right here, but big tight end right over the middle of the field. Lots going on. Again, let's just watch the Pass Pro here. Watch that double team on our left first. There it is. Watch the guard coming across for the defensive end, 52. Whoop. Now watch those linebackers. Watch 59 fit here. Whoop. There it is. He's up there to make the run tackle. Just like that. Really nice. Been doing that forever. And then finally the touchdown to AB. This is kind of like a double kind of nod post. They're just going off the middle field player. He absolutely manipulates the heck out of him. Watch that middle field player, that safety who's got his feet in the end zone. Again, Tom Master, manipulator from the middle of the pocket, just giving that little bit of a nod to Mike Evans. Really destroys 26 right there. Just that simple, subtle, right there. You can see he's still looking left. He just nods to the right, all in one motion. I mean, dirty. Concept-wise, it's a cool red zone concept. Basically, just double nod. Excuse me. It's basically glorified seams, but they get there in just a better way. So he comes up here, quick nod into the post. Lean on him, quick nod into the seam post area. And we're just going to read this player right here. It's usually tethered with like a deep hook and then kind of loops or whips, whatever you want to call here. So whatever side you pick, you basically go 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Again, really nice. Let's check the touchdown first. To Brown at the bottom of the screen. Just that quick little, see that little step in? Boom. That's separation. Look at the separation he gets. My goodness, the guy is quick. Boom. How about up top? Mike Evans looks like he's getting grabbed. You can see him lean though, just that little lean. That right there. And then you can see those whips coming back in or loops on the outside in. If it's not there, boom, there it is. I mean, the bottom of the screen, everybody scores. You know, if it was anybody but Tom Brady, I'd probably say gets a little heel clicky toesy here, but I mean, come on, doesn't matter. Absolute strike. Beautiful rhythm, timing to it. I love just that subtle right there, just that quick little nod to our left. 1, 2, 3, nod. Strike. So good. So that's a wrap. Tom Brady, really a special half of football. Cool to see the Bucs, first of all, play well. Tom Brady throw the ball down the field with such accuracy, timing. But really, there's a lot of nuanced things here as far as the reads, the full field progressions, the offensive architecture, how they're structuring these plays, how they're calling these plays. They actually left some yards out there on the field, as well as far as touchdowns called back, specialty plays. So lots of stuff to be excited about. If you are a Bucs fan, yes, I know who it it was against, but I don't care. It was a great half of football. Thanks so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.